Stay healthy.
He went from rookie contributor,
Mr. Trevor Noah,
to host of The Daily Show.
Can I ask you a question?
The question being asked is, who? Trevor Noah, or is it Noah Trevor? No, it's Trevor Noah. Anyway, he's a 31-year-old comedian from South Africa and has graced the covers of South African editions of GQ and Rolling Stone. He jokes about his mixed race. His mom is a black South African, his dad is a white Swiss German.
And my dad was also, well, you know how the Swiss love chocolate, you know, so he was just...
Mixed unions weren't allowed under the old apartheid policy.
And they had me, which was illegal, so I was born a crime.
To audiences abroad, he's joked about America.
They don't know much about Africa as a whole. Most of them don't know much about anything, but still, like...
And when he did 3 segments on The Daily Show recently, the laughter was underwhelming. Reaction to word that he'd been named host ranged from Trevor Noah is kinda smoking hot to excellent dimples to so they couldn't find an American for the job? That's pretty sad. One thing Noah will have no trouble doing on The Daily Show, accents. From American
Have you been in contact with Ebola?
to Middle Eastern
You probably want to check that gentleman over there.
to what he called crazy guy,
as we were,
even what he described as Black Hitler.
und ein Pepsi-Cola trinken.
And an Oprah-esque imitation pegged to her African school.
You're getting a beating, you're getting a beating. Everybody's getting a beating.
Eventually, he'll be beating up on the media when, say,
I'm sorry.
a weatherman finds a hanger he left in his suit. At least Trevor Noah's no empty suit. Jimmy Mo, CNN,
Guy looks at me, he's like, so you're a comedian? So yeah, he's like, you don't look funny.
New York.
Harry Reid is such a fighter. The former boxer says he actually wanted to call it quits before his last election, but didn't want to give in to his opponents.
One newspaper here in Nevada kept beating up on me, and I said, I'm not going to let the bastards beat me, and so I decided to run last time.
Now he's 75 and says it's time to leave before he gets too old.
I wanted to be remembered for my first 34 years, not my last 6, and I have done my best.
On New Year's Day, Reid, a workout addict who ran 20 marathons, had a brutal exercise accident that left him severely bruised and, for now, blind in one eye. It had to have cemented the decision.
Well, I'm not sure it cemented the decision. The first 3 weeks, I couldn't do anything except feel sorry for myself. But I'm sure it had some bearing on my not running, but it wasn't the decision maker.
Reid has led Senate Democrats for nearly 10 years, spearheading epic legislative battles like Obamacare with a scrappy style he learned fighting his way out of an impoverished childhood, growing up in this shack with no running water, which he showed us several years ago. A wide variety of adjectives have been written about you.
Some good, some bad.
Some good, some bad. Let me just read a few. Scrappy, tough, blunt, canny behind-the-scenes mastermind, ruthless. Are all those fair?
Well, that's what people think, and that's what they think. They are entitled to their opinion.
How would you describe yourself?
I work very hard. I always have.
Reid has been a most unlikely political leader in today's media age, soft-spoken and gaffe-prone.
I recognized a long time ago that there's people who can speak a lot better than I can. There are people better looking than I am. There are people smarter than I am. But there's nobody that can work harder than I am, than I work. I am very concerned about Nevada, always have been. I'm concerned about the country. And my style may not be someone else's style, but that's who I am.
One thing he is not concerned about, what people think of him.
I don't really care. I don't want to be somebody I'm not.
You're a polarizing figure, and a lot of Republicans actually blame you personally for the way Congress and Washington in general has gotten so highly partisan in the last couple of years.
That's interesting. I served as a whip for a long time, and the Republicans were effusive in their praise for me.
That was before he used the Senate floor to go after GOP mega-donors, the Koch brothers, and accuse Mitt Romney of not paying his taxes with no evidence.
Let him prove that he has paid taxes, because he hasn't. Oh, I don't regret that at all. The Koch brothers, no one would help me. They were afraid the Koch brothers would go after them. So I did it on my own.
So no regrets about Mitt Romney, about the Koch brothers. Some people have even called it McCarthyite.
Well, they call it whatever they want. Romney didn't win, did he?
Reed is most proud of using his Senate power to help Nevada, bringing home the bacon, from renewable energy to revitalizing Las Vegas, like this neighborhood where we spoke.
The U.S. News and World Report would come out every year with the biggest porkers. I was so upset when I wasn't in the top 2 or 3. So, no, I'm proud of what I did with earmarks. If you work hard for these jobs, and we all do, and you have some power, should use it.